Hey, by the way, tonight's game, New York wins that outright.
You know he's on top. Million subs, he never gonna flop. Out of Chicago, where the streets don't sleep. Betting on games, making cash real deep. Crystal ball for sports, he knows the lines. He's a sports aficionado, the money he finds. From football to basketball, he's always on point. Predicting winners never disappoints. He's got that hustle, that Chicago vibe. Making moves on the streets, cash on the side. With E, you know it's always a bet. He's the king of the game, never forget.
Hello and welcome to the Etoft21 Sports Show for October 28th. How is everyone doing? My name is Erik. I'm the man behind Etoft21 Sports. Absolutely loaded episode for you today. My boy O'Kane from Lock Talk is this week's special guest. Him and I are going to look back at Week 8 plus share some Week 9 bets. Also, Gino from DRF.com will have his horse racing bet of the day. Before you get all that, I'd like to say thank you to the sponsor of the show, PropX. Guys, if you're not using PropX, go to the App Store. Download the app, use promo code ETOFT21. That way they know old Uncle Rico sent you. Now let's see what Gino has cooking for us with his horse racing by the day from Del Mar.
Breeders' Cup weekend, Friday and Saturday down at Del Mar. Make sure you head to DRF.com. Everything you need for the Breeders' Cup. Shop.drf.com will get you all the past performances so you can handicap and get all ready to rock. I've been waiting for this filly to get a spot like this for a while. I'm looking at the number 9, Lawali. This is a really nice filly, and a couple times she's had some sneaky trouble. She ran third in the Del Mar Debutante, then second in the Oakleaf. In both of those races, she's a little farther back. She's not quite as quick early as some of these other horses, so she's just a closer. And she'll finally get a bigger field where there's more early speed in here. She just has not had those opportunities in her last couple. She's a really nice price, 10-1 on the morning line. Flavian Pratt's going to jump aboard. That is Lawali, the number 9 on Friday. So this is Breeders' Cup Friday, and this is the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. It's going to be race number 7 at Del Mar. Make sure you head to shop.drf.com for everything you need. Good luck, Eric. Good luck, everyone, this week.
Make sure to give my boy Gino follow at It's Me Gino B. Now let's welcome this week's special guest from the heartland of America, Wisconsin. The man I'm sure is probably salivating over that big win on Sunday night. My boy O'Kane. More importantly, what's the Buck score right now, dude? What's the Buck score?
We are up 5, 8 minutes remaining.
Okay, all right. How you doing today, my man?
I'm good, man. Yeah, no, as you said, salivating, is probably the right word. Even though not every Packer fan is going to admit it, that tasted perfect. I mean, we saw Jordan Love look as good as we've seen him look, and Aaron Rodgers, we didn't want to see him fail and look like this frail, disgusting shell of himself. There were still some good things that we saw out of him, but we kicked their ass, man. That rock, that felt so good. But yeah, no, definitely feeling good going into another week here. But Packer Nation's doing well.
Packer Nation is doing well. Fucking Utah special teams. I have not watched one thing of college. I've had the score on. I know I'm sitting on Utah plus 10, so hopefully they're.
Can I chime in on college football?
Go for it, man.
This bastardization of Tuesday and Wednesday football that the Sun Belt has brought on. There is one conference that is allowed to play football between the times of Tuesday and Wednesday night. And I know that you feel the exact same way that I do. And starting 1 week from yesterday, we got Maction. We got weekday Maction. And I can't wait. UTEP, or not UTEP, Jesus, I already saw UTEP. UMass, who hasn't won a game, gets to kick it off. And just can't wait. Love Maction.
Oh, dude, I love me some Maction. I have a funny UMass story. I can tell you off air. I can't tell you on air. But interesting week 8. We each have a little takeaway from from the week prior. Why don't you kick us off as you're the guest? What is your takeaway, my friend?
Yeah, man. My takeaway is Miami's offense, I don't think is as broken as some people think it is. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit. It's one of my bets, so I don't want to get too much into the weeds. And I know Miami's getting the brunt of a lot of hate right now, but they've got probably they had some of the hardest games that you could imagine coming up on the schedule. It's not going to look pretty for them going forward. McDaniels is fired. That's probably my most takeaway. They get Baltimore, Buffalo, Washington coming up. It's not going to get easier for them. So that's my takeaway. Miami's not as bad as it feels, but it's probably not going to get better.
Are you ready for my takeaway? Because it's hot.
Nice.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the biggest frauds in the league. Okay, now hear me out. They beat the Saints. Saints had more first downs, better on third down, better on fourth down, finished with more total yards. They outgained them 327 to 212. Tampa Bay had 212 yards of total fucking offense, and they won that game. And Baker Mayfield, now here's the stat. Turnover-worthy plays. Who leads the league in turnover-worthy plays? Mr. Baker Mayfield. And he only has 2 interceptions. Pure regression is waiting to happen. You can't keep living that dangerously and expect to get away.
No, I think Jalen Brunson might have just popped his Achilles.
Oh, really? Shit.
No, maybe it's not that. Giannis just took a coast to coast to tie the game. So I'm not rooting for injuries. Oh boy, he is.
PFF ranks the Bucs as the 16th best in the league, behind the Texans, Bears, 49ers, Steelers, and Commanders, barely ahead of the Cowboys. DVOA isn't much kinder, putting them at 14th, behind the Steelers, Commanders, and Jaguars. So when you take away the turnover luck, and by the way, they have the 4th highest turnover margin in the league, what are you left with? A middle-of-the-road team pretending to be contenders. The Bucs are frauds. They're this year's Minnesota Vikings. Get this team in the playoffs. Let me fade the living shit out of them.
I think you told me last week Bucs were one of the luckiest, if not the most luckiest.
Dude, they're still number 1 on the luck rankings.
I was going to say the luck rating. Hey, but last week, what did I say? Bucs lay the points. They laid the points. They won. But yeah, no, you're right. There is definitely a point to jump off the Bucs boat. I'm not on them this week at the moment. And I don't think I'm going to be on them either. So yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. That's a good takeaway.
So you're talking about Jalen Brunson and everything. I was in the building when Brandon Jennings.
Ooh,
Phillies way back when.
Oh, that's tough.
In the building, and it the sound that it made, I'll never forget. And no one said anything. Literally, no one said anything. So,
well, I was in your neck of the woods when when Rodgers went down with his. I was walking into a hotel room in Schaumburg. I was literally walking in. I had just picked up Raising Cane's. I'm like, oh, NFL, I had this training for work. Walk into my hotel, turn the game on, and Rodgers is on his back, grabbing his ankle. I'm like, oh, shit.
I mean, it's just that.
Stuff.
I mean, it was so freaky. I was in a gym in New Jersey way back in the day, and it was just me and this other guy in there, and he popped his calf muscle. And the sound that this guy made, I will never fucking forget for the rest of my life. It was so utterly fucking disgusting. But we're not here to talk about gruesome injuries. Let's talk.
But we could for 5 hours probably.
Let's talk some bets. Before we get into that, we need to look at how we did last week. 4-2 last week with Mike hitting the Eagles -6.5, Texans on the money line, but losing the Steelers +3.5. Old Uncle Rico hit the Jets +6.5, the Dolphins +7.5, but lost the Titans plus 14.5 for the show. We are 30-18 in our bets. And to the person that said about UTEP, I just looked. They just took the fucking lead, so fuck you. My plus 10 is looking great right now.
All right.
So let's jump right into it. We got a couple bets going on, and let's see what you're working with, my friend. What's your first bet, bud?
So, yeah, for me, it's Patriots laying 5.5 against the Falcons. There are some metrics I look at. The Patriots 7th in offensive EPA. I expect a positive game state. Obviously, they're laying 5.5. Quarterback situation for Atlanta is very much in flux, and I have always lived by the adage: if you have 2 quarterbacks on your roster, you have none, and if you have Kirk Cousins, you might have -1 because my God, he was bad. When leading, the Patriots are 5th defensively on EPA. Defensively 6th. It's a team that I think that just has a lot more fight than the Falcons do. The Falcons right now, I don't want to. Guys that are wearing capris in the NFL are not doing well right now, and Raheem is one of them. McDaniels is the other. Atlanta just is hard to back right now, but I like what the Patriots are doing. Drake May is turning out to be a fantasy god for me, as someone who has Jaden Daniels as a starter. Not in your league, which I got knocked out of in the first week. For those of you that don't remember, it's been a few weeks since I've been on. How's that league going, by the way? You in there?
Dude, I'm still grinding, dude.
Good for you. Good for you. I miss it. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those leagues that it was different and it felt great. But no, for me, it's 5.5. ATL, they placed 3 guys on the IR this week. They're banged up. I like the Patriots.
For those who don't know what O'Kane's referring to, is him and I are in a guillotine league together. I started a guillotine league 2 years ago. Yeah, man, still grinding, man. Still grinding. You know, I got it's always interesting how people panic and overbid. So right now I'm chilling. I got the second most fab budget. The guy ahead of me, I think, could be out this week. He's got St. Brown.
Ooh,
if
nice.
he gets St. Brown, I could go all in on St. Brown. I'm sitting on Odunze, Chase, and St. Brown. I'm liking it. I'm liking my position, but we'll see, dude. I've been grinding. All right, my friend.
For those that have never played guillotine, I recommend it. I have literally been on both sides of the guillotine now, where it's you win the championship.
First one out.
And I was the first one out. If anyone is giving good advice, I don't think there's anyone better.
And it's it's so stressful. Like last week I was almost out. I finished like 10 points out. I was 3 above 3 teams.
Sure.
And you have someone with a great matchup like fucking Kincaid, and he just does nothing.
Right. Exactly.
Like you're just kind of
a 0 in guillotine is the most traumatizing feeling. If you have a 0 in the noon slot, the rest of the weekend, you have nothing else to worry about other than that.
Some guy picked up the Bengals and they put up -4 for defense.
Oh, negative on defense. I don't even know how do you even account for that?
So,
by the way, the Knicks haven't scored in almost 5 minutes.
Oh, what is it? Still 105, 103?
107, 103.
Well, my friend, we are going head to head in the first one. I
want throwback Patriot gear. I will get you throwback Falcons gear.
T-shirt bet on this. We can do a t-shirt bet on this. All right, so this one we got a t-shirt bet on. The line's 5.5. To me, I look at this. First of all, we got the rule of 17. There's this weird rule in the NFL when a team that has lost by 17 or more faces a team that has won by 17 or more. They covered a 59.5% clip. Strong historical edge the last 20 years. Vrabel as a favorite of 3 or more, just 45.9% against the number. This is a spot where you love to buy low, sell high. Teams that are coming off a game where they're home favorites the week prior and lost, and now they're road dogs. 54% against the number with a 4.2% ROI over the last 20 years. I feel the Patriots are due for some regression on fourth down. They are 10 for 12 on the season. Best fourth down percentage in the league. Meanwhile, the Falcons due for some positive fourth down regression, ranking third worst in conversion rate. Numbers tend to even out throughout the season. Defensively, Atlanta blitzed the second highest rate in the league. Should be able to get to Drake May coming off a 5-sack performance last week. Falcons defense 10th. Total DVOA 8th against the pass. Their weakness when you look at the DVOA numbers is running. And New England really hasn't been able to establish that run effectively. On the other side of the ball, it looks like Drake London will be back, which is big for the passing game. Patriots ranked 28th in DVOA against the pass. And even though people talk about Christian Gonzaga's shadowing, he only plays one side. He never really travels to the inside. London does line up in the slot. I think that's going to be a huge advantage to kind of hide him away from him. And for me, I just kind of feel everyone's talking about the Super Bowl contender Patriots, Drake May MVP. I just kind of feel this is kind of a little bit of a sell high situation. I'm sure you do the same thing. At the beginning of the week, I always run my numbers and kind of see where I can see value. I had this as New England -3. I'm getting 5.5. I think this is a great bounce back for Atlanta. Number feels inflated. Also, I think we're going to see a rebound game from Bijan Robinson. He only had 9 rushing attempts last week. I think they're really going to feed him, try to get that running game going. So I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons plus 5.5, my friend. Nice little head to have us start off.
That's perfect. So it's funny, the way that this kind of works is Erik DMs me and it's like, hey, what are your plays? I had it typed out in the message back and I was like, I know you're against this. So I've been doing really well at this. For those of you that watch Lock Talk, A, I appreciate you. B, it's very, Erik has a very, it's not contrarian, right? Because contrarian would be like the entire public is against this. Erik just finds these underdogs that he just falls in love with on a weekly basis. My Bucks just took a 8-point lead with 2.5 minutes left. That one I knew was coming right away, which is so funny.
You know what? It's just I just find these dogs. I mean, last week you saw my bets, dude. Titans plus 8.5, Jets plus 6.5, and goddamn, what was the and Dolphins plus 7.5, dude. What happened, dude? You're living, dude. You're living it right now, man.
Oh yeah. The Bucks are. Yeah, so like I told Erik, I did an accidental bet. I accidentally bet 1.25 times twice. Not great, but good right now.
Dude, up 8, 214 to left, sit on the money line. Next bet, my friend, you are going to the showcase game of the week. What you got going on, my friend?
Yeah, man. So I wanted to find an angle in this game, and the one that I came across was Chiefs first half, and the kind of lame play would go money line right around like -120, 125. I'm going Chiefs first half laying 0.5. I got it for plus money. It's right around even money at most places. These teams are dead even offense and defense. The difference is the Bills first half against the spread are 2-5, and at home they're 0-4.
Yeah,
the Chiefs they've covered every first half but one of them. They are the third best scoring defense in the first half. They allow less than 8 points per game. So for me, Chiefs first half, it was kind of a no-brainer. If I can get it even money, winning it outright. That was kind of my angle. So yeah, Chiefs first half laying a 0.5 point. And then, hey, if you don't have the balls, just lay the money line. If they tie, you get the money back.
And the thing is the Bills can't stop the run. Like
they can't.
Literally cannot stop the run. They have some stuff defensively. And big news, Eddie Oliver is out for the Buffalo Bills. That's huge. It's really going to
didn't even have that on there. That helps.
Going to affect the pass rush. Kind of struggle for them to get home. My next bet, going back to my roots, give me the Steelers plus 3.5. Tomlin as an underdog, historically strong, 64.6%. As a home dog, 21-8-3. That's 72.4%. coming off a loss as a dog, 31-17-3, another 64.6%. And after his defense allows 27 points or more, 10-4-1, 74.4%. These are kind of trends you love to ride. Defensively, the Steelers blitz at the 4th highest rate in the league. I really think that's going to spell trouble for Daniel Jones. I feel he's due for some regression under pressure. 61 completion percentage, 7.8 yards per attempt, 7 TDs to 1 INT. Yes, you heard me right. Under pressure, Daniel Jones,
Yes.
7 TD
Damn.
to 1 INT ratio. And do you know how many turnover-worthy passes he has against pressure this year?
I guess I have less fingers on my hand.
The same as you and I, 0.
Damn.
0 turnover-worthy plays against
Wow.
pressure. It's like, come on.
What?
Like, you can't maintain that. The Colts are due for turnover aggression. Second
No,
best
I don't hate that at all. Yeah.
in the league. Matchups. Who's guarding DK? The Colts' best DB is Moore. And what does Moore do? He only plays in the slot. Edwards on the outside has been brutal. 49.6 coverage grade, 100th out of 116 corners. Blackman, 52.4 coverage grade, 92nd out of 116. That's exploitable. The big thing I talked about last week was who's that fucking wide receiver from the Titans who played at Stanford.
Dude, don't ask me to pronounce his name.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Alabama,
we talked about this.
Alabama,
That was a low shot.
my thing was like, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna stack this dude. Boom, 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 boom. Cam Ward overthrew him by 10 yards, and he had like a 70-yard pass. Like,
oh, yeah.
It's there. This could be exploited. This is going to be a huge DK game. Steelers should be able to run too. When we look at PFF, Colts have them. PFF as the Colts is a 22nd against the run. This is just a classic Tomlin spot coming off a loss, doubted by the public, expected to struggle. Weather looks partly cloudy, 53, which I know isn't a big deal, but this is only the second outdoor game of the season for the Colts, an indoor team. Their last one was against the Titans. They did put up 41 points, but the offense wasn't that good. It only had 365 yards. Factor in that it was against the Titans. That's not that good. They play zone 62.7% of the time. The Colts do. Rodgers have been pretty solid. 72% completion percentage, 7.8 yards per attempt against the zone this season. Finally, the Colts are the league's 4th best 4th down team. They're due for some regression there. I just have the trends, some regression spots. Look, I'm going to take it. Give me the Steelers, plus 3.5, my friend.
I'm happy you said that because that was one that I was hovering over the entire time. Ever since that line came out, I'm like, that just again. And well, you and I talked about it actually before the line came out officially this week. We talked about it on my show last week.
Speaking of your show, what is it? 9? I put in the ticker 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, it'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. Back on Thursday night. If Erik can make it, he'll be back on. We'll talk a little NFL. We're college basketball is back, guys. Monday.
I hope, dude. I was a little offended. I never got the college basketball call, dude. I'm a huge college hoop head, dude.
Don't worry. The college basketball call is this week, so we'll have things to talk about. There's a whole lot of games next week, and on Monday, games start at 7 a.m.
Yeah, oh shit, games are starting that early. You know what? Real quick, I'm gonna tell you what my mom did. Okay,
what's that?
My mom, I'm not going to mention the university I have some ties to, but you know the university. We talked about it often. My mom, who's probably the coolest, she is, I'm not going to say her age because she'd shoot me. Coolest older lady out there. We'll say that.
Definitely. I'll stand on that.
She calls my connection at the big school, gets tickets to a showcase game on ESPN, and her high school friend are just flying out to a big city for this. I'll tell you all about it. I don't want to tell the details. I'll tell you. I did a shitty job. I'll tell you later. I don't like sharing my shit, dog.
No, it's all good.
we both have 2 bets in the Thursday game. Why don't you tell us where you're going, and then I'll tell you where I'm going.
Oh God, I hope it's not against me. But yeah, Ravens Dolphins, man, it's gonna rock in my opinion. Lamar's playing. I'm going over 50.5. Baltimore 6-1 to the over this season. Miami's covered every game but one. They did push, depending on what your final number was. Yeah, Miami had duds offensively against Cleveland and Indy, and there's been a lot of teams. My team had a dud against Cleveland. It happens. That's guess what happens against Cleveland? It's tough. The other 6 games, they're averaging 27 points per game. I don't think, like I talked about in the beginning, I don't think this offense is broken. But I think Baltimore is going to have some fun this weekend or not this weekend, but on Thursday. This is a defense that is 28th in rushing. They allow 145 rushing yards per game. Now, I will give them credit over the last 3 games. They've kept that under 100, but the problem is they're getting lit up through the air. So it's basically like they're trying to figure out what works best for them. We're also talking about a defense for Baltimore that is allowing 30 points per game. Only Cincinnati and Dallas is worse. So to me, over 50.5 feels like a slam dunk. My Bucks 121-111 final. Go team.
Yeah, dude. Bucks never in doubt. I had them plus 1.5. Boom.
Hell yeah.
And another Texas State turnover. I just bet them because they came off that big win over JMU, which kind of put them in the driver's seat with their division of the South Belt. So I was just trying to fade them. I just played the spot. I was just trying to fade them. That's what I was doing there. My last bet, and I'm going to a player prop. Give me Jalen Waddle over 62.5 yards receiving. Since Tyreek Hill went down, Waddle has gone over this total in 3 of 4 games. The lone game he didn't was that windy matchup against the Browns. Since Hill's injury, Waddle's averaging 6.75 targets, 4.5 receptions, 79.8 yards per game with a 22.2% target share. He's clearly the first read in the passing attack. Now, matchup is favorable. The Ravens rank 29th defending wide receiver ones and 23rd in DVOA in passing overall. Last week, we saw Oduze go 7 for 114. That tells you how soft the secondary has been. Baltimore's big adjustment is bringing Hamilton down into the box to help against the run, which leaves Humphrey and Wiggins in coverage against Waddle with no real safety help. That's a problem. Humphreys has been awful this season. PFF coverage grade of 47, 107 on 116 corners. The Ravens allow the 24th most receiving yards to wide receivers, 159 yards per game. With Waddle as the primary target and a favorable game script, I just think he's in a great spot. I'm going to take Jalen Waddle over 62.5 receiving yards. And I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to ladder that bad boy up to a little bit. I absolutely love Jalen Waddle. Whew. So the Bucks get it done, dude, huh? Look at you. Never in doubt, dude.
It was, I had an inclining, especially after all the rumors about Giannis going to the Bucks. I had a feeling that he was going to go nuts, and I was right. So,
Giannis he set some record about the start to the season.
Oh, he's going absolutely fucking bonkers right now.
And this guy had this tweet about Giannis soft quitting.
Oh yeah.
And this guy retweeted it, but dude, that's why I love the NBA. Did you see the trade real quick before I let you get out of here that Bleacher Report threw out for the Bucks?
Let
me see if
hold
I
can on. Before I answer that, can I answer it with a funnier yes, but there's a better answer. Hold on. I need to pull up one guy. So the Bucks have done that, or Bleacher Report. God damn it. Hold on. Seven times in the last 30 days, Bleacher Report has sent out a different team and a awesome trade for Giannis.
So this is the one, okay? So the Warriors get Giannis, okay? Pistons get. Now tell me why this makes sense for the Pistons. A 2030 second round pick from Golden State.
Yeah, that's nobody.
50-year-old Jimmy Butler.
To who?
To the Pistons.
Okay.
Now the Bucks get Jaden Ivey,
Okay.
Ian Stewart,
Beef
Tobias Harris.
Oh, coming back home.
Brandon Podmitsky.
Pod's also coming back home from Milwaukee.
First round pick from the Warriors. First round pick swap from the Warriors.
Might be worse.
So you got a 2026 first round pick, 2027 first round pick swap, 2028 first round from the Warriors, 2031 first round pick swap from the Warriors, 2032 first round pick from the Warriors.
I
mean,
no. No.
Okay.
Just no.
Why would the Pistons fucking do this?
Because Bleacher Report is bleeding for legs. I just told you they've done this 8 times this month. It's Giannis to the Knicks, Giannis to the Hawks, Giannis to the Warriors, Giannis to the Spurs. Those are the 4 teams they have tweeted out, and they've done it 2 times for each team in the last 30 days. Giannis isn't going anywhere. He just butt-fucked the Knicks, so everyone can kiss my ass. He literally he had a play where he went down, blocked it, got the rebound, came down to the other side, dunked it and won, and said right into the camera, "This is my fucking city." And anyone else can suck my balls.
Dude, I took the Bucks at 900-1, like to win it.
They are
so
a live dog in the East. I've been saying it all summer.
And more importantly, Mr. Whiteside has come out of retirement to sign with the Shanghai Sharks, former Miami Heat great.
Hassan?
Yeah. Phenomenal news.
That's actually huge news. How old is he?
I don't know, dude. He can't be that old. He's probably younger than you, dude.
Shut the fuck up. How old is Hassan Whiteside? There's no way that they know who that is.
Sean Whiteside is 54 years old.
Nope. Sean is not. Okay.
Sean Whiteside.
Yeah. No, I know who we're talking about, but
he's born in 89.
Okay, so he's 7 years older than I am.
So 36,
Yeah.
Not bad. All right. Okay, and I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day, talking a little shop when you tell everyone where they can find you on social media, my friend.
Yeah, man. _O'Kane __. Check out Lock Talk. Thursday nights, we stream around 8 o'clock. Try to pair it up with halftime of the Thursday night football game. Erik's there most weeks. A few other buddies that chime in. It's a good time. Definitely chime in.
Make sure to give that man a follow. We'll be back with Smitty next week. I'll be on O'Kane stuff this Thursday. We will talk then, my friend. Best of luck in your bets, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you Thursday. Got a kid fucking probably just pissed.